Hello YouTube, this is Travis with AMDL, and it's March 22nd, 2013. It is a Sunday. I did try to do a video on Saturday, however, I had a couple of issues. One happened to be, for whatever the reason, the camera stopped recording about 3/4 of the way through, and then started up again in a random spot. I'm not exactly sure what happened or why it did it, but I'm still experimenting with this particular camera. It's a Rebel T4i. It's one of the ones that was technically recalled because of some irritation that it caused. I'm not exactly sure. It didn't bother me, so I didn't return it, and I got a good deal on it, so I wasn't about to lose the camera that I appreciate a lot. So anyway, if you can't tell, my son's over here playing Borderlands the pre-sequel in the background. Um, I did attempt to shoehorn the GTX 560 Ti 448 core. Unfortunately, that was pretty much exactly what I thought was going to happen. It powered on and it powered off. Didn't even get into the BIOS. It didn't even power on that long. So I put this 460 back in. It plays just fine. I was just hoping to give him an upgrade. And speaking of upgrades, I just almost picked up another GTX 960. There was one that went up open box at Micro Center, and I just about bought it to do an SLI setup. Unfortunately, my power supply doesn't support more than one graphics card right now, so I would have to have gotten another power supply. And it was kind of one of those things. If I probably should have just bought it, if nothing else, to put it in his machine. But right now I've got something else, and I'll talk about that a little bit here in a second, that I need to purchase. Um, so anyway, just to let you know, the YouTube channel me and my friend Doc are going to put together is proceeding forward. We're going to do it. We don't have a name yet. We are working on that, and we have a few names on our short list, but we're still not sold on a name yet. So I'll announce that when that happens. We are going to monetize the videos, and where I'm not concerned about monetizing my vlogs. This is just something for fun and learning and editing and things like that, which ultimately will progress into the new YouTube channel. We will probably monetize those videos, and most of the money for a while will go back into production, getting extra lighting and camera equipment. Some of it will any extra money will end up going to Doc. I don't necessarily need the monetized money. This is kind of going to be an extra thing for him to earn some extra money, as I talked last week. So look forward to that, and like I said, I will announce officially when we get that started. I have a feeling it's going to be closer to summertime before the channel actually starts up. And I did an experiment with YouTube, or not YouTube, Twitch, sorry, last night. However, I didn't realize there was a setting that you needed to set to save the video, or it actually probably would have been uploaded here to YouTube. But I did figure that out, so hopefully we'll start having some gameplay videos. A bunch of us all have, obviously, Borderlands pre-sequel, so we'll be playing that probably first. I'll probably also be doing some Fallout New Vegas. I have the TARDIS mod, where you get to play the Time Lord in a Fallout New Vegas style, which should be pretty cool. And I'll have some videos on it. But for the most part, I'm still learning to edit videos and things like that. I need to pick up some books from the library and start studying in some of that stuff. The only problem I have with the camera right now, I need to get the LCD screen fixed. It just up and quit working. I'm not exactly sure why. Well, I shouldn't say up and quit working. It kind of was doing a flickering thing and then stopped working. So I got to get that LCD repaired, so I don't have to try to use an external screen every time I want to shoot run and gun shoot with it. I really like to get a GoPro, and then maybe by the summer, maybe I'll have one. I got some types of videos that I would like to shoot with GoPro. Um, and then, you know, it is officially spring. Summer is coming. It is finally starting to warm up. We saw 55, 60 degrees yesterday. And I do have a motorcycle. I have a Harley Sportster. It's an 883, but it does have a 1200 kit in it. So I got to get it tuned up. I fired it up here yesterday, and it started spitting and backfiring at me. So I know I ran a little too much with the choke on it right before it got cold. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take everything apart and clean it out and tune it up and get it ready for riding season. And so I'd like to have a GoPro to shoot videos of my rides and things like that. And I'm sure, I'm gonna have a large honey-to-do list. Everybody does. And I've got a storage building that is plumb full of tools. And I mean, it's got tools all over the place. I have got to get that building cleared out. As of right now, you can't even walk in it. And I've got great tools. Got lots and lots of Craftsman hand tools, and I just don't know where they're at. They're in there somewhere. Another thing I'm going to probably get into playing in is some toy helicopters. I have some about 2 foot, and I've got a couple that are like 3 foot. And picked them up cheap at an auction. Probably gonna have to get new batteries and chargers for them. But it's something I've been wanting to play with, and I'd love to actually mount cameras on them. But I'll do some videos. Probably taking one or two apart. I've got probably 6 or 8 of the small ones. Like I said, I got like 3 or 4 of the big ones. So I'll be making up a set for the kids to be able to play with, and like I said, I'm gonna have the big one. I'm hoping that the big one I'm gonna get to upgrade the motors and put a stronger battery than what's in it to make it more efficient, make it fly longer. I may also get a new controller. When I flew the big one last year, it just didn't. It wasn't very sensitive. It was either on full power, half power, or off. It wasn't a lot of in between. So I'll do some videos with that. I think it'd be something fun to do. I don't know what else I'm going to end up doing for the summer. I will end up going to Origins Game Fair, and for those who have never been to Origins, it is a great event. If you're into board games, card games, RPGs, any of that type of stuff, pretty much anything but video games, it is a great thing to go to. It's a very fun, family friendly event. It's not very expensive to get into. They do have open games and tournaments. They also have games on display. They have games to purchase. I usually go in there and spend several $100s every year buying new games. One particular manufacturer or game maker actually happens to be a company called Rather Dashing Games. You may not necessarily know it by its name, but you'll probably know one of the people. It's Grant Wilson, formerly of Ghost Hunters. After Ghost Hunters, him and a friend started their own basically board game business. And so they've been building board games for the last few years, and they've been to Origins every year for probably the last 2 or 3 years at least. And so far I've pretty much bought every game he has made. Their games are a lot of fun, very family friendly. One particular game that I hope to sit down and actually do a video of is a game called Dwarven Miner. It's a particular fun game. It's a bit of a resource / screw you type of game, and I'm surprised I'm not getting a chuckle out of my son. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. my kids really enjoy that game. It's a game where you're trying to gather resources to basically win the game, and other people are not only trying to gather resources but trying to steal them, and there are different things you can do to mess with each other. And there's trading involved, so it kind of has a little bit of a Monopoly, a little bit of a Sorry type feel. But it's a lot of fun. It's a really family friendly game. Like I said, I will go to Origins. I will do some video. I will do some photos. So definitely expect that. It is June 3rd through the 7th at the Columbus Convention Center. And like I said, it's games of all types: miniatures, RPGs, every card game you can imagine. Um, and speaking of card games, there's one particular one that is kind of near and dear to my heart, and it's a game called Cards Against Humanity. If it's a game that you don't know, there's probably good reason. It's not a game that you can go into your average big box store and purchase. You have to go to a dedicated gaming store or order it online. It is not, by any means, a game. If you are easily offended, if you if you do not have a very like George Carlin type of sense of humor, don't even bother to pick up this game. But if you're that kind of person and you appreciate humor for what it is, then you and your friends will have a blast with this game. But it is a very, very, very adult game. It is not for children. Just this last week, Tabletop on the Geek and Sundry channel. And if you have not subscribed to that particular show, do so. It is hilarious. It is run by Will Wheaton, formerly of Star Trek fan, would know. He played Crusher on The Next Generation, but that was a long time ago. Now he's doing Tabletop, which is right now it just exploded on the internet, especially YouTube. It's a great show, but they did a Kickstarter thing for the third season. They made way much more money than they asked for, and so as part of that, they said they would do some more adult games, and they called it Tabletop After Dark, and they played Cards Against Humanity. Again, very adult, not for children. And like I said, if you're easily offended or really offended about certain types of topics, not the game for you. But like I said, if you're a fan of like the old George Carlin, old Eddie Murphy, those type of comedy things, you'll more than likely enjoy this game. And so, like I said, if you get a chance, look it up on YouTube. Definitely take a watch. The rest of the Tabletop season's all fairly kid friendly. In fact, there's one episode where he literally plays with a group of children in a children's game, and that was actually a pretty funny episode. So definitely check that out. So anyway, one of the other things I wanted to talk about is this weekend. In fact, as soon as I'm done doing this video, I'm going shopping for a washer and dryer. My dryer finally starting to fail. It's taken 2 or 3 cycles to dry a regular load of clothes. Oh, my nose is itchy. Spring sinuses. And so anyway, the thing I will tell you, it's something that we all end up having to do at some point in our lives. I hate it. I hate buying this kind of thing. It's so expensive, and yes, it's an investment. It's something that if you spend the money right and you get a good deal and you buy the right product, you'll get years of use and you'll get your money's worth out of it. But it's a very upfront expense that you have to come out. And I will tell you, try not to wait until it fails, because 99% of the time there isn't going to be a sale. You're not going to find what you want at the right price. And I'm happen to be lucky. It's failing at kind of the right moment. There's some good sales going on. Me and the wife are going to go around to all the big box stores and look around. I have checked pretty much every major big box store online. So I've got some prices of what they're all running, and I just have to go in and nitpick the features and make sure it will fit in the spot that I have, and that's, I will definitely say shop around. Don't just walk in and buy the cheapest one, or walk in and buy whatever's on sale. It is like I said, it is an investment, and you want a good return on investment. The other thing I will say is be cautious of the extended warranties, but don't be afraid to buy them. And definitely consider that in your decision to where you purchase your products. I recently bought a new refrigerator. I bought it at Best Buy. Just happened to be the cheapest price for the particular make and model that I wanted. And they had free delivery, free haul away, and so that they're obviously they have a pretty decent extended warranty. I did purchase it with that particular item. And I don't normally recommend you do it for everything. TVs and stuff like that rarely ever have major issues. Usually if you're going to have an issue, it comes inside the warranty period. I will probably go ahead and buy extended warranties with these, just because I'm probably going to spend a little more than I normally would to get something that I want in the feature part of it. Oh, like I said, my nose is itchy. It's the outside of my nose. It's kind of weird. But anyway, so definitely take the time, shop around. I know that's not a fun thing to do, but you will definitely appreciate it in the long term if you do your homework. And like I said, check out online. I will openly admit the reviews and things like that for a lot of products, especially like washers and dryers, was very slim. And unless you have a subscription to like Consumer Reports or things like that, it's kind of hard to get a how do I like this model? Did it break after 3 months type of reviews from major websites, because I'm sure they edit those. Otherwise, I'm just looking forward to going back to my old schedule, and like I said, hopefully that will help me be able to do some more videos. And like I said, I don't have Girl Scout cookie booths going on, so that's like 20 hours of my weekend that I have back. And so I'm looking forward to having some time off and catch up with some games, and like I said, I do plan on doing some more videos. If you notice, the lighting's a little different. I did pick up some I picked up some new bulbs and some new lamp. I picked up a new lamp, and in fact, I think I'm going to end up picking up another one of these particular ones from Home Depot. If you ever see any of the sites that talk about the DIY, lighting or whatever, talk about buying the clamp lights with the dome, and Home Depot has these PVC style ones that has not only a really nice clamp on them, but it has a hole so you can hang it on a screw or a hook. So that's what I have right here now. I'm thinking about getting another one to kind of put in this vicinity to finish out my lighting. And I put some new bulbs in my track lighting coming from behind. So like I said, I'm still learning about editing. I'm learning about lighting and photography and all that. So I will continue to improve these videos, and I think the audio's gotten pretty good now. As far as doing the video at home, obviously it still was dark out on Saturday. It was one of the reasons why I didn't do it Saturday morning. I was doing another, when I did the video that kind of messed up, I was doing it this style, and I may continue to do this style. Obviously the video quality is much better. It's a little more comfortable. So, and obviously the audio is going to be considerably better than doing it in my car. So, but that's where I'm going to leave it today. I'm going to cut this one short. My last video was like me rambling, and it was really long. So I'm going to cut this short. I'm going to go do my shopping. And so I will do another video next week. I may even do some more video, just off the cuff videos, talking about different topics and things. So this is me signing off. Have a great day.